Hello, Bashar.
And a you good day.
Thank you. It tickles me when you say that.
Tickles us too.
My question relates to one of my passions, which is to help end the war between the sexes. And
There's a war? Why are you calling it a war if you want to help?
Okay,
you
so
get my meaning?
I think I do. So I'll just drop it.
You can recognize that there are differences, and many of which may be based on negative and fear-based beliefs, and certainly you can help with that. But calling it a war, doesn't that take it in the negative direction? Doesn't that reinforce the negativity?
Yes, I see how it does.
All right. So by all means, you can educate, you can raise consciousness, you can allow perspective to shift by creating new definitions, new ways to understand relationships. Yes?
That sounds fun and creative.
Well, yes, that's the point, isn't it?
Yeah.
How can anything, in any way, shape, or form, choose to change if you don't give it the option to change instead of reinforcing the negative idea? Yes?
Got it. I got it.
Does that help?
It's beginning to help, yes. Thank you.
Anything else?
And yes, so the fact is there is a rape culture on this planet.
There is a what?
Oh, nothing. Excuse me. We're all having a great time as men and women.
Now, first and foremost, when you talk about the idea of between the sexes, men and women, you do know you have more genders than that, yes?
That's true. There's a continuum, isn't it?
Kind of, yes.
Okay.
Therefore, you have a lot more to work with here. A lot more flexibility, a lot more malleability in how you describe these things, how you discuss these things, how you offer different perspective of these things, yes?
Got it. So it's limiting to think of us as being born into just male or female bodies.
Well, yes. There may be purposes for that, but the purposes may not be what you think.
So why does it
Does this give you a richer tapestry to work with?
It's definitely giving me a richer
Why does what
tapestry.
seem what?
So why does it still seem like there's a culture of domination?
Because it's fear-based, as I just told you. Remember, people who are not fear-based don't need to express domination.
Okay.
Remember that when you express the idea of attempting to dominate, that means you don't believe you actually have any power. Because if you really know you have power, what would be the point of dominating? You're already as powerful as you need to be to create whatever reality you prefer. If you have to dominate, you're saying you're powerless. I don't have any other way of creating what I prefer other than trying to control my reality and other people's reality and force them into this idea that makes me feel safe. You understand?
Yes.
Because if they haven't been given the tools to get in touch with their own self-empowerment, they're going to feel powerless, and that scares them. And therefore, they're in denial of that because it scares them to even look at it. And therefore, they have to project outwardly onto others the idea of their fear. Because please remember, again, paradoxically, people who are in denial of the fact that they have fear-based beliefs are also in denial that they're in denial. Yes?
Yeah.
That's the negative reinforcement from the negative belief, is you have to be in denial that you're in denial so that you won't look at those things. And therefore, the only avenue of escape you have is to project it outward onto others and attempt to gain what you think is control outwardly instead of understanding you already have control inwardly. So, eliminating fear-based beliefs, getting people in touch with the fact that they're already as powerful as they need to be to manifest whatever they truly need in life without having to hurt themselves or anyone else in that process, then you'll have a different world. Then you'll have a balanced world. Yes? It's all about the idea of fear-based beliefs, belief in things like lack. You understand? And beliefs in all sorts of other things that are out of alignment with your true frequency, your true nature.
So I imagine that I, like everybody else in this room here right now, wants to make a positive impact on our world and help
You
us.
want to reveal the positive impact you're already having.
Oh, wow.
You
Help
already have
us
impact
reveal.
as much as you ever will have, but the actions you take reveal the impact that's already there. That's the difference. Does that make sense?
Touches me deeply to hear.
Yes. Just be yourself, and it will reveal all the impact you're already having. You see, none of you are really aware, nor do you always need to be aware of the impact that you already have on others just by your existence. It's profound. All you need to do is take the actions that are in alignment with your passion to begin to reveal the impact you're already having. Does that help you?
It does. And what it also brings up is the question, I work in the field of sacred sexuality.
Yes.
And I work with men and women who have been raped and have had sexual violence done to them.
All right. Well, how exciting for you to give them an opportunity to find a path through that experience that will benefit them and empower them.
I see. So it's not about denying their perception that there's rape out there.
No. Understand, the idea is it's not about in any way, shape, or form excusing perpetrators. It's about taking responsibility for the fact that you may have had beliefs about yourself that then were reflected by someone else to you about issues of lack of self-worth.
Wow, that's a hard pill to swallow for somebody.
That's a belief.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Now, I understand that that's not normally the way people on your planet think of these things, but it requires the idea of an accelerated consciousness to realize it's not about blame, it's not about fault, it's not about excusing a perpetrator, because it's the perpetrator's duty to get in touch with their own self-empowerment and not be attracted by someone who may be playing a victim role.
Got it.
Because remember, both the perpetrator and what you call the victim are victims, because it takes a victim to make a victim. So a chain has been created where abuse creates abusive people. Yes?
Yes.
So it's about breaking the chain and having the compassion to understand, again, not excusing a perpetrator, but seeing deep within to understand that they are in a great deal of pain. That's why they're lashing out at other people, why they're attempting to dominate and control. And it is having the compassion not only for yourself, to remove yourself from victimhood and victimization by claiming your own responsibility for your own reality, at least to the point where you may recognize there are positive ways to realize how to transform that experience for yourself, and maybe even transform it in a way that you can reach out to those that perpetrated it and help them transform too, thus breaking the chain.
Thank you.
So in a sense, those that may appear to be victims at first can actually be the most powerful agents of change for those who function as perpetrators. You follow?
Yes.